Now, that is a gigantic leap in this type of technology. Obviously, the brain-machine interface is superior to the actual brain chip, allowing for allowing to not have surgery to have something placed in the body. Therefore, you can still remain strictly human and still be able to use this type of technology. Now, the difference between having a neural implant and ABMI is the fact that memory is an issue. The neural implant allows for the storage of memory, which could in turn lead for mass knowledge in the human mind with minimal experience, as where the brain-to-machine interface system is more a sense of control. Though both of these technologies are regarded very highly in this realm of study, still kind of unsure which one would triumph in the end. Now, like I said, in 2003-2004, they began human trials for Parkinson, and I'd also touched on prosthetics. Now, the use of the BrainGate system, which is an internal sensor implant, which pretty much is the brain chip. Alright, researchers started going more in depth into this type of technology. Now, the BrainGate is an early system where the actual sensor itself is only 100 electrode sensors. With current technology now, though, we can probably multiply that by at least 10 in realms of actual hardware. Now, the brain communicator, which was developed at Neural Signals in Atlanta, uses wireless technology, things like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, to transmit signals. And with things like that, there have actually been research and experiments conducted where an actual primate moved a robot halfway around the world. Obviously, it was on about a 7-second delay, but still, the fact its thoughts traveled the internet to get there. Now, here's my theoretic progression of this technology, which combines a little of both. Now, obviously, the good being man's primitive way of doing things. Now, that being the use of just the physical body. Next, we'll look at some more futuristic fun.
You bitch! Come on!
Grade 12, please.
Now, that is just a exoskeleton being controlled by the human, obviously taking from the movie Aliens. But that is a secondary progression, which we're already at. Exoskeletons are being built for military applications. There are some civilian applications which are currently being used in Japan, which Japan also pretty much holds the majority of all robotics and technology that regards to that. I want to say they have at least 1 million of the world's robots just in Japan alone. But moving on, a secondary progression of exoskeletons. Okay, that is a clip taken from Avatar, which uses a probably more refined exoskeleton with more mobility and obviously just better constructed. Now, last step for me in this realm, I'm looking at more so of what I'm talking about, and it is not too far-fetched really when you think about it.
One thing even they didn't know though, I'm wired too. I replaced 98% of my own noodle with nanotissue years ago. But mine's different. It's built to send, to transmit, whereas every other nanocell that I put out there, including the ones in your head, Cable, are designed to receive. I think it, and you do it.
Now, this was taken from the movie The Gamer, which their take on nanotechnology into neural implants was quite interesting, where it wasn't just one implant. Nanotechnology actually allowed for the mass of the organic tissue to be mechanized and organic at the same time. For this character, he had transmitter technology in his brain, where those around him were implanted with receiving. Now, nanotechnology will provide for a faster means of getting us to where we need to be. But really what I'm trying to get at is the point of what's soon to come. Okay, and at the current rate of technological advancements, we will soon be living in the fantasy worlds that we found in movies like The Matrix, Johnny Mnemonic, or The Gamer. But the ultimate goal is to go a lot further than what's portrayed in those types of fantasies.